Here are 19 undisputable facts about New Year's Eve you should know. One of the most exciting elements of New Year's Eve is the countdown. And while waiting for midnight, a fun and unique activity would be to discuss some interesting facts about December 31. It is a great approach to maintain contact with people you have not seen in a long time and strengthen ties to them. Also, one can never tell. The information in this video could provide them with inspiration for next year's celebration. Share these interesting New Year's Eve facts with friends and family before the ball drops. Average births on New Year's Eve are 10,394, which makes it one of the rarest days to be born in the United States. Auld Lang Syne is one of the most well-known songs to play on New Year's Eve. It is a poem from Scotland by Robert Burns, but he said he was not the one who wrote the music. In 1799, George Thomson turned this poem into a song. It began as a traditional song played on Hogmanay, or New Year's Eve in Scotland, to remember the past. It then spread to other countries. On the last day of the year in Japan, temple bells are rung 108 times. They follow this tradition to get rid of Bano, which is another name for the 108 sins of Buddhism. Jealousy, pride, and anger are all examples. People say that 108 worldly desires can be left behind by ringing the bell 108 times, 107 times on New Year's Eve, and one last time at midnight. You can have 2 New Year's Eve parties in 1 year. You can go back in time by going to a country that celebrates New Year's Eve earlier than most other countries. New Zealand is one such place. Then, I was one of the last people to celebrate New Year's Eve before I flew to Hawaii. Since 1907, the Times Square ball has been dropped on New Year's Eve. The only time it did not drop was when the United States joined World War II in 1942 and 1943. People still went to Times Square on New Year's Eve, though. But instead of a ball drop, they had a moment of silence, followed by chimes from sound trucks. People kiss on New Year's Eve because of Hollywood movies and German tradition. People believe that a kiss on New Year's Eve can make your relationship stronger. In Denmark, people keep old or broken plates so they can break them on New Year's Eve as a way to show love for their family and friends. Some people throw them at the door of a loved one, while others just leave a bunch of broken plates at the door. People say that if you see more broken plates outside your door, you will have more luck in the coming year. Filipino kids jump after the clock strikes midnight on New Year's Eve because they think it will make them grow taller. The Chinese started the tradition of making noise and setting off fireworks on New Year's to get rid of evil spirits and keep bad luck away. Latin Americans think that what will happen the next year depends on the color of your underwear on New Year's Eve. For example, blue underwear is good for your health and red underwear is good for love. On New Year's Eve, people in Colombia run around with empty suitcases so that the next year will be full of travel and adventure. In the United States, more fireworks are sold on July 4 than on December 31. When you book a hotel at the last minute for New Year's Eve, you can save money. They do this to get as many people as possible to stay there. If you want to find many New Year's Eve hotel deals, the best thing to do would be to check out online travel agency. The last New Year's Eve with a blue moon was in 1990, and the next time this will happen is in 2028. Because of Julius Caesar, New Year's Eve is on the last day of December. Janus, a Roman god with 2 faces who can see the past, present, and future, was the reason he wanted January 1 to be the first day of a new year. People believe that different foods bring good luck or bad luck on New Year's Eve. Noodles are a traditional food that people eat today because they are thought to make you live longer. On the other hand, chickens are thought to be unlucky because their wings make it seem like your luck could fly away. Some companies still hire on holidays, so New Year's Eve is a great time to look for work because there are not as many people applying. Many animals, especially dogs, get scared when fireworks go off on New Year's Eve. The stock market and banks are not closed on New Year's Eve like they are on Christmas and New Year's Day. Every year, New Year's Eve is one of the days people look forward to the most. It is a great time to think back on the past year and make plans for more good habits in the coming year. This holiday is even better because different places celebrate it in different ways. There are many things to remember about each New Year's Eve, from strange traditions to surprising events.